is not good.
After 10 hours driving.
I'm sick, by the way. Not actually. I just have a block
We
nose.
both have a cold. And we just spent the last 5 hours driving, so we're a little tired, but that's van life. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, Jake and I thought we would answer some of your questions about van life before we upload our travel videos for you guys. We have been traveling for the past 3 weeks in our van, and we have been loving it. But van life comes with a lot of ups and downs, so we thought we'd address some of those questions today. I put a question box up on my Instagram. If you want to be a part of the next question video, make sure you follow my Instagram. Alright, so let's just get into the questions. There were some about van life, some about us as a couple, as we haven't shared a lot.
I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing like heaps of stuff.
Cringy stuff.
It's not cringy stuff. It literally is just like one question, and it is, how long have you been together? Almost a year, which is crazy. How has our van trip been so far?
Good. Good. Why am I answering? I said the last one's your turn.
Where have we travelled to? So this trip we went up the coast, we went up to Queensland, we travelled to Southwest Rock, Sawtell, Byron Bay.
Which is in New South Wales. Then we went
These
to
are New
Queensland.
South Wales. Then we went up to Queensland, we went to Noosa, and we went to Tangalooma Island. We stayed in a hotel on Tangalooma Island though, because it's an island we couldn't take the van over. And those videos will be coming out very, very soon. You'll see all of our travels. Everyone is telling you to make a photography Instagram.
No.
Why not?
I just don't want to. I like being private.
Jake is a very good photographer. He has an underwater camera and has been using it all this trip, and I think he should start
Until
photography Instagram. Lol, so he ended up making one. He literally just made it before I uploaded this video, so we literally have no followers on it. But if you want to see more cinematic shots that isn't just of me, definitely follow our travel page. Safety when sleeping in the van. How do we stay safe, Jake?
We just lock the doors and pray for the best. We're in caravan park, so most of the time, and when we do free camp,
we didn't do a lot of free camping this trip. We did a little bit, but most of it was in caravan park, so we felt pretty safe. We didn't keep any of the doors open. A lot of like van lifers keep like the back door open and stuff, but Mozzie's and doesn't feel that safe. We don't have a mosquito net. It does get a little stuffy, but that's why we have a fan and a vent. Is it comfortable to sleep in the van?
Yeah.
We actually have more room in this van than we do my bed.
Just when it's hot, it doesn't make it comfortable because you're all sticky and icky.
The fan only does so much. It's not as comfortable as air conditioning, but you know what? That's van life.
Wake up to a good view. That's the downside.
That's the upside.
No, the downside of not living. Okay, yeah, well, vice versa.
How long are you planning your trip to be? So this trip was only 3 weeks because we both had to get back for uni.
But now we're deferring, so...
Both kind of deferring uni now, because I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you guys yet. Basically, Jake and I have...
We have a trip upcoming.
We have an upcoming trip. It's overseas, and it's very, very exciting, and we've had to defer uni because of it, but it was just such a great opportunity we couldn't say no to. So this year will kind of be a travel year because we aren't doing uni, so hopefully you guys will see a lot more of this content. What are your future travel plans in Australia with the van?
We're later in the year, we're thinking like August, September-ish. When
I finish my dancing competitions throughout the year, we are going to go to Tasmania. So we're going to do like the Great Ocean Road.
We're going to go down to Victoria and probably South Australia.
Hopefully that will be like a 2-month trip.
Yeah, that'll be a long month.
It'll be a big trip. How do you shower when you're in the van?
You do and you don't. I haven't showered in 24 hours, so that's great fun. Haven't you?
Neither have I. Yeah, that's true. Most of the time we're staying in caravan parks that have amenities, but if you're free camping, we do have this little mechanism. I'll put in a video here. We have a bucket and we have a hose and a shower head actually that has a mechanism that it pumps the water through the shower. Either of us surf?
We'll say no.
I can surf, but I wouldn't call myself a surfer.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I do like to surf photography stuff.
Jake used to do surf photography before he met me. How do you manage a period while in the van? You don't, you go on the pill.
No, this question's for you.
I'm on the pill so I can skip my period because, not gonna lie, would not love it to have my period in the van. Period underwear, stuff like that, would probably be easier in a van life. And we just have like a laundry bag that we put all our dirty clothes in and we clean when we can get to a laundry bag. What is our favourite part of van life?
Just doing stuff, activities.
I have really enjoyed waking up early. Like, it's quite hard to sleep in when we're in the van because
it's
the
actually
light
really
comes
hard,
in.
yeah.
The light comes in. I think we honestly need to get more curtains because we don't have curtains for the side windows here.
I think we got to upgrade these curtains.
I have have loved waking up early. We get to places like waterfalls and stuff, and we're the first people there, which is great for photos and stuff like that. We've been waking up for sunrises, and we've been getting a lot more into our day by waking up early and then going to bed early, which
So in
I
other
really
words,
liked.
Lily's is getting amazing photos.
Content, but I've also loved just being with Jake and being with each other, kind of in our own little home.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. Any tips for anyone starting their own van life journey? Save up.
A lot of people say do it yourself, but I'm like, don't. Because it's hard.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. Like, Jake bought this van.
It's a lot harder than I thought, because when I originally got the car, I gutted it myself, meaning I ripped everything out. And
As you guys would have seen in our van conversion video.
Yeah, but then Dad and I kind of came to an understanding that, because it depends what van you get. That's the thing. If you get an Australian brand like a Toyota, they're a lot easier to convert, whereas because mine was a Mercedes, it's a European car, it's a lot harder. I'd say do it yourself and try to learn, but
we came to the conclusion that we could do it ourselves and we could stuff some things up, and the van might not last as long as we want it to, or we could pay someone and we could pay a little extra than if we did it ourselves. Yeah, well, we could pay a lot extra than if we did it ourselves.
Essentially, we didn't want to be driving and something breaks as we drive. They did the wood paneling, the roof,
the electrical
fans, all
systems,
the
putting in the
electrical stuff,
battery, like there was a lot of things that we just did not have any experience with. So we used Drifter. Do you ever bring Polly or Mindy in the van?
No.
I want to. Just for like a weekend trip, but Jake is not keen.
We get hot enough as it is in here, and then you think you have another small thing
Jake
to clog
sweats
up.
in winter, so also if the dog goes in the water, they get all salty and wet. We have nowhere to wash them, and then they're in here and it just smells. I don't know, I'd like to kind of have... Thanks. I'd like to do van life with a dog one day, but maybe in the future when we have a bigger van.
Yeah, bigger van, but no.
Do you ever get annoyed at each other spending hours together in a small space? Yes.
We don't really spend hours, I suppose in the car we do when we drive.
Yeah, when we're driving. But to be fair,
do...
this is kind of just where we sleep. Like,
yeah.
We're not spending days in this. We'll wake up and we go. And we had quite a bit of alone time, especially I would sit on the beach, Jake would be in the water. We had disagreements and everything, and like I would get petty and tired a lot. But fights are healthy. It's healthy to disagree. Yeah, we actually did pretty well, I think. What about your current jobs, mainly for your partner, Jake?
My job's pretty good. They're all very laid back. I've been there for 2 years now. Oh, I've been there almost for 3 years actually.
I think when you have relationships set up with your bosses and you've been there for a while, they know you're not leaving, and his boss is really lovely and gave him time off for our travels. A lot of people don't have that luxury of either being at a job for a long time and being able to ask for time off, which is really hard.
It's different also with like casual when you're younger. When you're casual, you can take as much time off as you want.
How do you make money while on the road? YouTube. You guys, if it wasn't for you guys, we probably wouldn't be able to do this or do this for as long as we'd like to, because obviously Jake has to work and save up for these trips, whereas I can continue to make money on the road. However, as we do continue our relationship and hopefully start more couple travel stuff, hopefully we can make it into a business together, but that is definitely future and down the road. But yeah, social media. Would you recommend the experience? Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely brought us together. Does it get boring? Yes?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, definitely the driving is a drag. We've got some playlists and things like that, but I think we need to update them because I think we've heard every song about 5 times. What are some van essentials for road trips? Snacks.
Yeah, food.
Favourite spots we've stopped at so far?
Places we've been have been amazing, but they haven't been my favourite of wherever I've been.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of waiting for this next trip.
Definitely.
Or like even the one later in the year to be like, holy moly, that was amazing.
But
yeah,
I think we both have been to
majority of the
most of the places we
yeah.
went. My favourite was still probably Byron. We met a lot of you in Byron as well, which was really nice. I hired a photographer to get some photos of us together, and she took us to Little Watergoes Beach, which is like one of the beaches just kind of the locals know about. So it was a lot more secluded, and it was really nice to kind of get a locals perspective of Byron because it is so touristy. And we went to this beach and it was a lot quieter, which was really nice, and the photographer was amazing. The photos came out amazing. If you want to see them, they're on my Instagram. Is van life expensive? I'm a year 12 student and it's my dream. Yes and no. It just depends on what budget you're working with. We budgeted. We definitely said, hey, this is how much we want to spend for this trip. Eating out definitely makes it more expensive. We ate most mornings. We just ate yogurt and muesli. That's probably my main tip. Expenses like petrol and expenses like parking, you have to pay, but you don't necessarily have to go out, especially with alcohol. Don't buy alcohol.
But
like,
it's
I mean,
also,
buy alcohol, but like, don't.
if you really want to do it, try aim for a diesel car. Even though the petrol may be like an extra 10 cents or something per litre.
It
but
lasts longer.
we probably filled up 3-4 times about,
For a 3-week trip.
yeah, going to Brisbane and back.
What is the weirdest thing that has happened on your trip? We were staying in a caravan park, and I swear to you, I heard someone trying to open our door. Jake doesn't think it was. Jake thinks it was either a kid trying to knock and run,
Or something's just fallen
or something's fallen over. I swear to you, it was the sound of someone trying to open the door, and the doors were locked. I shat myself. Do you plan to travel all of Australia? Is that one of your dreams?
Yes, for me it is.
I would do it if that's something Jake would want to do, but I definitely want to do more overseas travel before I do that kind of stuff.
My plan is to get a bigger van or to get a 4-wheel drive, but Lily doesn't.
A tree wants a troopy, but I don't want to sleep in a tent on the top of a car.
But yeah.
See, I love the van because it's like a little home and it's like solid, whereas a troopy is a tent.
No, the troopy is the van, but maybe not all of Australia, like to Esperance and stuff, like and like Kendall and Glen.
We
There's
follow
another-
Kendall and Glenn. I'll link them down in the description. They're an amazing van
Yeah,
life couple. They
incredible.
deserve so many more followers than they have, so definitely give them a shout out. What made you decide to travel in a van? They just always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Before he even met me, it's something he always wanted to do. And when he told me, I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing.
Not really.
Great for my
At
job.
the start, you were like a bit iffy.
I was a bit iffy, and then he made the van. It looks cute as, so I was like, yeah. Do you recommend van life for a long amount of time? Just curious, wanting to do it.
Do fewer trips to start with to see, like when we went to Shellbang and Crescent Head, which we didn't record, we realised we needed this, this and this. So like if you plan 2-month trip straight away, you're going to get a few days
You're
into
gonna
it.
leave and you're gonna be like, oh, we need a power board, we need like an extension cord. You're gonna think of all these things that you needed. But there's also a lot of things that we took on this trip that we probably didn't need.
Yeah, so
Like
it's a good idea.
extra cups. Like there's 2 of us. We should have just taken 2 cups. Lows.
Lily.
Guilty.
What's that
We kind of
flashing?
have done that.
Temperature.
My camera is overheating in the sun, so we're gonna have to go. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys liked this video. It gave you a little insight to van life, and we hope you enjoy our travel vlogs that are coming up. The first one will be up next Saturday, guys. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss any. Click the notification bell. It'll notify you every time I upload.